We do start tonight with weather. Another inch and a half of rain fell last night, including around Faribault, another city so waterlogged the dam next to the popular Faribault Mill is now damaged, eroded by the floodwaters. The city now working to stabilize it as more rain is expected through the weekend. And that has dam safety now really on a lot of people's minds and whether any of the 1,100 or so of them all across our state are vulnerable.
And it's swirling, it's got a lot of strength to it.
The high water hanging around Faribault
Yeah, it is very high.
may mean good fishing for Jim Thompson.
You know, they move around a little more then.
Anything else, though. And the flooding has been bad news for much of Minnesota.
It's the worst one I've ever seen. I've never seen my buddy shop underwater like that. Fish swimming in his backyard.
The governor says half the counties across the state are now impacted by this season's relentless rain, pushing rivers to record levels, eroding the land around the city's Woolen Mill Dam that used to power the factory famous for its blankets.
Definitely way beyond its capacity.
Federal data shows the dam is 160 years old and one of 13 in the county. It was last inspected a year ago, and while the Army Corps of Engineers reports it's in satisfactory condition, if it fails fully, the potential hazard is classified as significant.
My dad lives over there, he might get flooded out, you know.
The same as the Rapidan Dam, an hour away, that already partially failed, prompting the Department of Public Safety to admit it's now threatening a nearby bridge.
To get a full damage assessment of those areas, we need those floodwaters to be able to go down to be able to do that.
The rivers are slowly receding, but a climate assessment study found up to 15% more precipitation fell across the Midwest in the last decade compared to the previous one, putting even more strain on some dams.
This disaster is not over.
There are nearly 92,000 of them across the country with an average age of 63. But back in Faribault, another one of its dams is 3 times that old and in just fair condition has a high potential for hazards if it fails, making dam safety now top of mind for many people.
Yes, it is.
As this period of rain continues to persist.
The drought is definitely over.
Yeah, I'd say so. As for the Woolen Mill Dam, city officials say they have notified the state, like they do in cases like this, and that there is no risk to the public, at least right now, but they will continue to monitor the area. Over in Wisconsin, though, evacuations are being ordered downstream of the Little Wolf River after major damage to the Manawa Dam in the city of Manawa there, which is about 50 miles west of Green Bay. Police say that drivers are being stranded. Look at that, as city streets are flooding. Meantime, those who actually live along the evacuation route are being asked to just shelter in place. And there are residents in a community living center there that are being transferred now to a nearby veterans home.